Well, hello, welcome to day 8. I really didn't think Jaime was going to get back up there because during the night here down in town, about a mile and a half away, it poured. And I was sure he wouldn't be there, but up this morning he was there, and apparently it didn't rain nearly as much. Okay, here, that from right to left, that is the mudslide going down further into the valley out of our land. And you'll see where I am now as I lift up here, and there's the landslide way up there. So it came all the way down there and just went down into the valley. There you see the farmhouse, barely, behind the trees. And so now I'm going to, well, there you see it again. So it all came down through there. It's already starting to grow green. And then it went off into the neighbor's land below us. Okay, so there's mud right under us. You can see mud there. So it went fairly wide, but not very deep there. And there where the white car is, it had also accumulated a bunch there, all on both sides of that tree. That mud accumulated there is what he's pushed over with his machine, but you can tell that there's mud below that as well. It just went all the way down there. Then the 3 horses, didn't like the mosquito flying over them. Okay, so in the end, he hasn't brought in the little 4-wheel dumper thing, but he thinks if it stays a little bit dry by Monday, he might bring it in. So what he's been doing is doing everything himself with his track hoe, and he would prefer there be a truck taking the dirt up to the top and letting him just spread it out there. But since the trucks couldn't make it and the dumper hasn't gotten in there yet, or it's still too muddy, then he decided he's just going to work away on himself because he's got a limited window of time. So when we got up there, there he was, working away. He said he was getting dizzy from so much turning because he's going from one side to the other with the dirt. If you look there, you see a guy hanging out the side there with him. That's his son. I just met him today. Jaime is the operator, and his son Iñaki must be in his low 20s maybe. So I guess he's there learning some of the trade. So anyway, I just fly around here getting you dizzy and seeing it from different angles as he basically is filling in that canyon with the mud. You can't tell it too much in the video. It sort of looks brown, but it's a dark brown when you're there in real life. It's wonderful dirt. It's getting packed in there as he basically makes us some fields again that will hopefully get them to grow grass and feed the horses. Okay, so there you got a little bit of a panoramic view as well, and the chunk he's taken out of the mountain there. And there's just a couple of random flyovers that there's only so much he can do in one day, of course, but it's amazing how much he gets done. When you're not there for a few hours and you go back, you can really see how much dirt he's moved around. Okay, come on now. One of these days I'll know how to run this thing well. Okay, let's see. Okay, you can see his son there watching from the outside. Okay. Yeah, he said this is very boring work, he said, besides making him dizzy. But it's nice to see the 2 of them there enjoying themselves. Okay, then I go into a little bit of video from the bottom side. And then the last bit of video takes us way out and lets you see it from way up in the air. Okay, there we go. There you see the farmhouse and the whole thing. You see the fields are yellow because of our drought. Usually that's very green, but not this time. Okay, well, that's about it for today. Take care.